Queen Anne was the last monarch of the Stuart Dynasty, reigning over England, Scotland, and Ireland from 1702 until her death in 1714. Her reign marked a transformative period in British history, including the Act of Union in 1707 and significant political, religious, and military developments. Despite personal challenges, Anne left an indelible mark on the monarchy and the trajectory of Britain. And he was born on February 6, 1665, at St. James's Palace in London to James, Duke of York, and his first wife, Anne Hyde. As the second daughter, Anne's childhood was initially unremarkable, as she was not expected to ascend the throne. Her upbringing was significantly influenced by the tumultuous political and religious landscape of the time. Her father's Catholicism and increasing unpopularity led to religious tension in the family and country. Annie was raised as a Protestant under the guidance of her uncle, King Charles II, ensuring her allegiance to the Church of England. Annie was sent to France in her early years for treatment of an eye condition and lived with her grandmother, Henrietta Maria, and aunt, Henrietta Annie. This experience exposed her to French culture, though her preference for the English way of life remained strong. Annie grew close to her elder sister Mary, and the two formed a lifelong bond. In 1683, Annie married Prince George of Denmark, a union arranged for political alliances, but one that turned into a devoted partnership. The couple shared mutual affection and a stable relationship, contrasting with the more dramatic royal marriages of the era. Anne's personal life, however, was marred by tragedy. She experienced at least 17 pregnancies, but only 5 children were born alive. None survived to adulthood. Her most enduring heartbreak was the death of her son, Prince William, Duke of Gloucester, in 1700 at the age of 11. These personal losses deeply affected Annie's health and disposition, contributing to her struggles with gout and depression in later years. Annie's journey to the throne was shaped by the political upheaval surrounding her father's reign. James II's open Catholicism and attempts to re-establish Catholic dominance alienated the Protestant majority. This culminated in the Glorious Revolution of 1688, which deposed James II. Annie's sister Mary and her husband William of Orange ascended the throne as joint sovereigns, with Annie firmly supporting them. During their reign, Annie was second in line to the throne and maintained a strong relationship with Mary. However, her relationship with William III was less amiable, particularly after Mary's death in 1694, when Annie became the heir apparent. William's perceived favoritism toward his Dutch advisors and military campaigns led to political tensions, which Annie navigated carefully. Annie became queen on March 8, 1702, after William III's death. Her reign is characterized by significant developments in British history. One of Annie's earliest challenges was the War of the Spanish Succession, a conflict over the European balance of power. Britain, alongside its allies, sought to prevent the union of France and Spain under a single Bourbon monarch. Annie supported the military campaigns of John Churchill, Duke of Marlborough, who led British forces to key victories, such as Battle of Blenheim in 1704. The war established Britain as a leading European power but placed a heavy financial burden on the country. And his reign saw the unification of England and Scotland into a single sovereign state, the Kingdom of Great Britain, through the Act of Union in 1707. This monumental achievement ended centuries of intermittent conflict and laid the foundation for modern Britain. The union was driven by political and economic necessity, as well as concerns over the Stuart succession. Anne's personal commitment to the union is evident in her frequent references to being queen of a united kingdom. Anne's reign was marked by the evolution of party politics, with the emergence of Whigs and Tories as dominant factors. Anne, a devout Anglican, favored the Tories for the support of the Church of England. However, the Whigs gained influence due to their backing of the war and their dominance in Parliament, and he struggled to mediate between the two parties, leading to political instability. Her personal relationship also influenced her politics, particularly her friendship with Sarah Churchill, Duchess of Marlborough. Sarah's strong willed nature and political ambitions often clashed with Annie's more reserved demeanor, leading to a dramatic falling out. Sarah was replaced as Annie's confidante by Abigail Masham, whose influence further polarized court politics. Annie's faith played a central role in her life and reign. As a staunch Protestant, she viewed her rule as a divine duty and was deeply committed to the Church of England. Her religious policies reflected her belief in the importance of a unified Protestant kingdom. She supported efforts to suppress dissenting religious groups and promoted Anglicanism as the state religion. And his health was a recurring issue throughout her life. She suffered from chronic gout, obesity, and other ailments that limited her mobility and caused significant pain. Despite her physical struggles, Annie remained actively involved in governance until her final days. Her later years were overshadowed by the question of succession. With no surviving heirs, the 1701 Act of Settlement ensured that the crown would pass to the Protestant House of Hanover upon Annie's death. This decision excluded her Catholic half brother, James Francis Edward Stuart, the Jacobite claimant, and he died on August 1st, 1714, at the age of 49 at Kensington Palace. Her death marked the end of the Stuart Dynasty, and the crown passed to George I of the House of Hanover. Annie's passing was met with mixed reactions. While she was mourned as a pious and dutiful monarch, her reign's political and military complexities left a divided legacy. Annie's contributions to British history are substantial. She presided over the creation of Great Britain, fostered Britain's emergence as a global power, and navigated a period of profound change. However, her reign is also remembered for personal tragedy and political discord. Annie's quiet resilience and devotion to her country continue to evoke respect and admiration.